The Daily Hill. I grew up in Mityana district in a village after Busonju town. Every morning at 5 a.m. I walked to school, but there was one problem. That was Nakawala Hill. Red soil, steep, slippery when it rained. 45 minutes of climbing, my books on my head, water bottle in hand. Other children would run up laughing. Me, I would stop 3 times. Knees burning, chest tight. I would sit on a log and cry silently. God, why is it so slippery? Why is it so hard for me? Why, God, why? One of my teachers saw me crying one day and she said, "This hill is teaching you something. One day you'll thank it." I did not understand. I just wiped my tears and kept climbing. I thank God I performed well in my primary 7. I had to join my secondary school, and that was the period I wanted to quit. My secondary school, or my S4 exams, I failed math by 2 points. 2 points. I sat on that same Nakawala hill after results came out. Not crying this time, empty eyes. I told myself, this is it. The hill just won. I'm not smart enough. People were so right to say that Mityana girls just get married. They were right. It's time I just get married. I picked up a stone. I wanted to throw it down on the hill, and I threw my dreams with it. Then I heard a footsteps behind me. It was Mama Naroga, the woman who used to sell cassava at the hill base. She didn't say anything. She did not tell me, don't cry. She just kept quiet. She sat near me, just next to me, and she gave me a roasted cassava. After a few minutes of silence, she said, "Girl, I have watched you climbing this hill many years back. Many years back, you've been climbing this hill. You fail, you stand. You cry, you wipe. You know what I see? I see someone who doesn't quit. You are a strong girl. Do you know how many times you failed on this hill, but you just kept on standing? How much you cried and you just keep on wiping your tears and you continue with the journey? You are so strong. You don't have to quit at this moment. Mathematics can be retaken, but quitting? That one cannot be retaken. You cannot. No one can retake it." She left. I ate my cassava slowly, and something in me changed. After a few minutes, I stood up and went back home. The hardest climb was in Saudi Arabia. Years later, I was in Saudi Arabia. New country, new language, new pain. First month, I wanted to go home every day. I could cry, I could sneeze, I could do everything. I could wish. I wished. I don't know how many times I wish I could get a taxi and just go back home. Every day I could cry. Every day I don't know how to explain this. So the work was so stressful. It was the steepest hill I would ever climbed. No Nakawala was like this. It wasn't. No, never, never. I remember one night I was cleaning and I broke a glass. Oh God. The boss, my boss, the man, he shouted at me. He screamed. Even he wanted to beat me. I just ran to the washroom and sat on the floor like I used to sit on the other hill, the log of Nakawala Hill. I just ran from there. I ran to the bathroom and sat on the floor like the same way I used to sit on that hill. The same way. The same way. The difference was this time around it was a floor, and the other time around it was a hill log. After some time, just for a few minutes, I just whispered to myself. I speak to myself because it's very crucial to speak to yourself whenever you're in that trying moment. So I just whispered to myself. I climbed Nakaweli every day. I climbed Nakaweli hill every day for more than 6 years. This is just another hill. Steeper, yes. Hard, yes. I know it's hard at this time, but here's end. Here's end. I repeated that more than 5 times, speaking to myself, whispering to myself. I just kept on whisper to myself. I climbed Nakawala hill every day more than 6 years. This is another hill. Yes, it's so steeply, like it's slippery. But I will finish. It will come to an end. I know, steeper, yes, but here's end. So I stood up, I swept the glass, and kept working. In that house, as I told you in the previous video, it was really hard for me because I did not understand the language. They could mock at me, they could scream, they could do a lot of things, mostly in the first period. So, and there is the time I wanted to quit. By the time I wanted to quit, then my breakthrough was just on the other side. You understand? Sometimes the breakthrough can be just near you by the time you want to quit. So the breakthrough, it was just beyond the challenge. So 6 months later, the boss's wife got sick, and this was during COVID-19. It was 2020. She couldn't speak English, only Arabic. And I couldn't understand Arabic. I could only use English. Everyone was scared to help her because remember, it was terrible. It was COVID-19. But I remember when no one wanted to approach her, no one wanted to come close to her. I just remembered Mama Naroga, how she just sat with me without any word. She just sat with me, just near me, without saying anything, just cassava and her presence. So I just sat with the boss's wife. I held her hand, used the Google Translator so that I can speak with her. She gave me, like, when I speak with her like this, we use the Google Translator. This was very sweet. She loved me extremely because of that. Because I remember that day I made for her the tea like my mother used to make for me in Michiana, like the one my mother used to make. in Mityana. From that day, I'm telling you, that's why I say that sometimes the breakthrough can be on the other side of the way. By the time you want to quit, your breakthrough can be just near, can be just a step ahead. So from that day, she trusted me. Actually, she just started trusting me more than anyone in the house. She started teaching me Arabic. She gave me extra food, because before they would just give me a little spoon. They put for me a spoon of rice and some chicken like this, and sometimes they have to eat after when I have to eat when they have already eaten. After finishing their meal, like you put it on a plate like this. After them eating, then they bring you the leftovers and you eat that one. So from that time, she started teaching me Arabic. She gave me extra food. She told her husband, this girl has a good heart. She's so sweet. She's so good. She deserves something better. She deserves to be treated well, because she was there for me when no one, even my husband, when no one could stand with me, because it was during COVID-19 and they had tested her positive. But we thank God, she became better. Because I did not quit on that hard day, my breakthrough came. I got better room, because I was sleeping in the same room, the washing machine was there, ironing board, everything was there, and it was a small room. That's where I was staying before, and it was winter. I couldn't have good bed, I couldn't have good cover. But because of that, because I did not quit on that day, I'm telling you, my breakthrough came. I got a better room, better treatment, and money to send home. Sometimes they could give me some tips, because before they remember I went during winter and it was near the Ramadan was just on the door knocking. And during Ramadan, after my Ramadan, on that day of Eid day, they just bought me uniforms as the gift. They did not buy me clothes, like good clothes. No, it was just the uniform, and they were like, this is your gift. So from then, they started giving me good clothes. They started even giving me some extra money, you get. So that's when my breakthrough just came after that. Sometimes you can do something, you can risk yourself on something, and when that's your door opening. Now, I'm back home. I went back home, back to the other hill, Nakawala Hill. When I went back home in Mityana, the first thing I did, I just climbed the Nakawala Hill again. This time I did not cry. I did not stop 3 times. I woke up straight, breathing hard but just smiling. I did not cry. I did not fail, though it had rained, but I did not cry. I did not feel the 3 times. I didn't stop the 3 times. I could walk straight. I walked up straight. However much I was breathing so hard, but I was smiling because I was happy. I was experiencing it in a happy way. So at the top, I looked down the road like this. I'm talking about the same Nakawala Hill I used to cry at when I was climbing. This time around when I went, I did not cry. I climbed up to the top. And at the top, I looked down at the Lord I used to fear. And I understand that that wasn't a punishment for me. You get, I hope you get my point. So I just understood that what my teacher told me last time. You remember my teacher telling me that this hill is teaching you something, and later you will thank. So that very day when I was on the roof, like on the top of the hill, that Nakawala Hill, I looked down at the Lord I used to fear. And I understood what my teacher meant years back when she told me that the hill is teaching me something. So the hill was not a punishment, it was a training. I'm telling you this because I passed in 3 stages: the childhood stage, the teenage stage, and the adult stage. You get? I just give you a brief of my stages, which stages challenged, like the challenges I got in all my stages: the childhood, the teenage, and the adulthood. So the hill wasn't a punishment for me. It was a training. It was training me something. However much during that time I couldn't understand. I couldn't even think about, like, maybe it's just something training me for the real life or for the future. So my childhood taught me that hard loads build strong legs. When the loads are hard, when your things are hard, you get strong. The more you get challenged, the more stronger you become. So during my childhood, that was a lesson. Like it was a lesson. Childhood taught me that hard loads build strong legs. My teenage years taught me that quitting is permanent, but failing is temporary. If you quit something, you quit it forever. But when you fail and you keep on trying, it's something temporary. The more you keep on trying, the more and more and more experience you become. So my teenage years just taught me that quitting is permanent, failing is temporary. So my adulthood stage just taught me your breakthrough is always on the other side of the hardest part. When you want to quit, that very period when you almost quitting, it's the very period when your success is near. So whenever you try on something, you push something, the more you see that it's hard and you feel like, maybe let me give up, maybe I could stop trying, maybe, my dear, that's where your breakthrough is. Just keep on trying. Don't consider how much you have failed. Just consider how much you have stood up. If you can fail and stand, it's marvelous. It's the best thing. The only bad thing is to fail and you fell down like this, then you fail to stand. If the challenge can put you down and that you can't come out of the challenge, it's the worst part. But even if you fail 10 times and you get that strength of waking up, my dear, just know that your breakthrough is just near there. It's just near. So I have just given you all the stages, and today I always teach myself. I always teach myself and I always speak to myself. I always speak to myself. I always tell myself, if you can survive the climb, you can survive anything. Because I climbed, I failed, but I kept on climbing the hill. I kept on climbing. So, to everyone climbing their own in Nakawala Hill right now, I don't know, your Nakawala Hill can be sickness, your Nakawala Hill can be relationship issue, your Nakawala issue can be something, anything, it can be anything, but don't stop. Don't stop. Your path is just here. Don't stop. Don't stop. Even don't think about stopping. Don't. That point before your path, don't. Please. Don't throw the stone like the way I wanted to throw that stone on the log, on the hill like this. If I had thrown the stone, I would have thrown all my dreams away. So Your breakthrough is just waiting for you. It's just, I don't know how I can tell you, because sometimes I get emotion. So your breakthrough is waiting just beyond this challenge. One more step like this. Just take one more step. Just give it a try. Just continue pushing everything. Continue pushing. Push until when you feel like maybe. So just comment, I won't quit. Go down in the comment section, comment, I won't quit. To someone who is still climbing that hill, may I know which kind of hill is it? Is it a relationship hill? Is it poverty hill? What's it?